Hi, friends. It's Allison. Welcome back to AJ's Inspired Life. Welcome if you're new. Welcome to a flip through in my creative daily journal. My daily creative? No, my creative daily journal. Uh, I I don't know where the time is going. That's just an overall statement of my life right now. It's March as I'm filming, and this is my January journal, as you can see right here. Now, I would put money on the fact that I already flipped this for you guys, but I can't find it. So we're going to flip it again. And if somehow there's two of these, I can't find it. And anyway, I'm going to flip through January again for you. So, and I may be 2 months behind. I may be 2 months behind. That may be it. So, this is a junk journal I made out of a mailer from Amazon. You can see, like, actually just folded the mailer in half, put some stitches on it, covered it in magazine. And the reason I chose magazines specifically is because of my item of the month, which is a challenge I do for myself and invite all of you to join in on. And that is creating pages with an item of the day or month on every single page. So the item I chose for January is magazines. And so hopefully on every page I included or incorporated some sort of magazine. Here are two tags I will put back in my tag thing since they didn't get used. The other thing I tried to participate in is Junk Journal January by Meg Journals. Now, I absolutely love her prompts. I don't do a separate journal. I try to just incorporate like the thing onto my page. So some of it's very minimal. So I will keep that off to the side and we can go through that. So on the outside here, I have doodads, from my month. Here's a little button I found, or that came off a blouse. Actually, this is a little naked doll, a little naked string doll. I'll put some more glue on her. We cleaned out my daughter's room while she was home for Christmas and into January, and found bags and bags and bags of little Girl Scout swaps. And they were these little tiny, friendship things that you give each other when Girl Scout troops meet each other. And so this was one of them, and I just thought it was so stinking cute. Here's a tag from flying. There is a piece thing. Here's another swap and some random beads off of a necklace or a bracelet that broke and I had in my bead collection. All right, here we go. I just put some old stickers on here, and there is a little fortune cookie here that says, change your thoughts and you change the world, which is pretty much, my belief on things. So, I think I'm good where I'm at. If you need a little bit closer, please feel free to zoom in on your end. Okay. All right. The first page, I just put some vellum that I like, and I kind of covered up this New Year's baby guy. And so, neat, cute, to welcome in the new year. That is a magazine page or, picture. All right, here we go. So the first, wow, this seems like forever ago. And I'm just sure I flipped this already, but here we go. The first was a Wednesday. It just says, hello, New Year. Headed into the new year with very broad thoughts and goals, enjoying my days home so very much. I'm not clear on planner plans, and I need to get some goals for the house and the home and the finances and the health and all the things. Giving myself grace as we walk into this new year, because the new year is hard. ASU lost in the Peach Bowl today, which is a bummer. And I opened up a happy mail from Sweet Melissa with the help of the spatulas, or maybe I opened it before this, but I used the spatulas that she gave me, and I used the last of the Yes Pays on the cover, and I put hashtag I'm no quitter. If you guys know, you know. I bought the Yes Pays a while ago at the thrift store, and it is supposed to be like the creme de la creme, and we had words but I was determined to use it. So anyway, gosh, we had like shootings in New Orleans, just tragic. And sometimes I put news in here, sometimes I don't. I feel like I don't. Well, I certainly can't include all the news in here. Like, that's impossible, right? We would miss it or not know or like whatever, and then it would just be, I don't know. But I also feel like I don't want my journal not to reflect some newsworthy things. I don't know. It's a balance. I try not to I don't know. It's just a different people journal differently about it. I journal more about it like in my process journal, just me and my journal. But I also hope that if someone ever looks through my journals one day that, they can see parts of history kind of in my journals as well, I guess. I don't know. Spent a long time on the phone with Melissa. Oh my gosh, trying to get my printer to work. Oh my gosh. It was so confusing. We finally figured a way out to do it. And then she said this quote that just cracks me up. She said, talk about going through your butt to get to your nose. Oh my gosh, such a belly laugh on that one. And I just put gratitude. So that is the beginning of the year. Thursday was the second, and I put, here we go again. I have no idea. Oh, so yeah, here we go again. Let's see. So here's a little, let's see. Oh yeah, here we go again. I put, so 9 a.m. appointment at the orthopedic MD for shoulder again for Rue. She's still having daily pain, even without playing. So she's probably in need of another major surgery. So the consult went well. Yeah, I don't know. If we do it, it would have to be this summer. And it's a major surgery. Like, she's already had major surgery and has metal in there and everything. But they would need to bone graft, like, from her hip onto her shoulder and put, like, a metal plate in there. I'm not too sure what she's going to do at this point. But as of this day, we were consulting for a summer surgery possibility. I went to the thrift stores, I believe, this day. I said, yes, breakfast was McDonald's and lunch was Chick-fil-A. Oh my gosh. I put, it's all okay. Oh, okay. So I'm sorry. I'm not looking at my prompts. So the prompt was cover. So obviously the cover of the journal. On the second, it is envelope. So here is my little envelope. Oh, look at my rub-offs coming off. I put this little envelope in here, and then I didn't even write on the little note in here. I just put it in. Yep. I could look back and tell you, I might have to write a note in here. I know where we went because of these restaurants. Like, there's only one Chick-fil-A by us. So I know what we did that day. I might have to add that in. Okay. The third is Friday. I put keep calm and stay anchored. And I put like some stuff here. This was the year anniversary of my dad's death. I put my husband worked today and sweet Rue stayed home with me. She wore one of my dad's shirts and we baked muffins and I knew very clearly that I could not emotionally handle any movies or anything and so we watched drug and death movies. And we stayed in our sweats. We ordered pizza and watched The Crown after that. I appreciate my people and my family knowing what I need today. And this little note here says take a deep breath. It's a bad day, not a bad life. And here is a quote. It just says, stop trying to be okay. Holidays are brutal after you've lost someone you love. Triggers are everywhere. Reminders of the past year, unavoidable. Family dynamics are tricky. It's okay to fall apart. And I wasn't falling apart, but it's just a gentle reminder that it's okay if you do. And this is one of my favorite quotes. My girlfriend and I share it, and it just says, I'm not like other girls. I'm like my dad. And that is true. That's like a tag thing I made out of an envelope. I don't even know, off a video some time ago. And then a quote that I heard was, grief is our final expression of love that we have to offer. And I'm wondering what, tickets. I was wondering why I put this on here. This tickets is the Junk Journal January prompt. Here is a card front from, someone obviously sent me last year. And I just wrote about the 1 year and mixed emotions and holidays and all the stuff. So that's kind of what we did there. That's it. And I miss him very much every day. All right. The fourth, the Junk Journal January prompt is outline. And so I used this notepad right here, which was like a weekly planner. This is a magazine picture here. Oh, what did I do over here? Let's see if I'm using. Well, first of all, I did all of my numbers with a magazine background. So if I didn't put it on the page, then I'm good. I think, well, I don't know. That might be all there is for this page on magazine. This is from a magazine here, and I just put the girls can do it. This whole page and envelope is from Sweet Christie a while ago. Rue and I watched The Crown today, and we took down the rest of Christmas, it looks like. We did all the inside and got it boxed up. She then found energy to clean her room and purge. So we made piles of trash and donation and resell. My husband worked a double. It was just the girls today. I honor him so much for his hard work. This was another one of the swaps that was in her, throw out bag. And so aren't they adorable? So dang cute. These, that's hilarious. Okay, this word right here is from Sweet Brooke at Recreations by Brooke, and I'm laughing because I'm pretty sure it's the same one right here. That's interesting because they're supposed to be green, and when I printed these, my printer is completely jacked up. So obviously it was jacked up the last time I printed it too. The blue looks fabulous. I just know that when I went to print it, it was supposed to be green. All right, Sunday the 5th. This airplane is from a magazine. I made a giant tag here. Obviously went to Wendy's. It's a Sunday. Oh my gosh. Yeah, went to Goodwill. It wasn't open for drop off yet. So we got to go in and we shopped a bit and then we forgot to drop off. So we had to go to a different Goodwill by our house. And the drop off was also closed. Oh, I was so annoyed. We went to Plato's. She got, to take her clothes that she'd cleaned the day before, she got $10. Oh my gosh. It's not even worth the bridge fare to get and gas to get there. So stupid. My daughter and husband watched football and we did our nails at home, and Rue and I ate pigs in a blanket. My husband is eating carnivore. Here is an airplane, and my son flew from South Carolina to Houston to Hong Kong, to Macau, China today to race. So the boy texted and was in Houston getting on second flight, headed to Hong Kong and then Macau. Yep, he was flying down there to race. So pretty cool. Had a long talk with Mom regarding my father's anniversary. She is home today and glad about her choice to spend it. She had changed her mind. She was going to go to the desert and spend it and decided to stay home. And so she was saying she was grateful that she had made that choice. This was in Happy Mail. Let's see. The 5th is depth. And so I used this as depth. So it says important and urgent, important, not urgent, and not important and not urgent. So it actually is backwards, but depth of importance I put right there. And so I just put prep myself physically and mentally to return to work tomorrow. Oh my gosh. You guys, I've never worked in a school environment. I've been on my own. I've been my own boss for a very, very long time. Even if I worked for a company, I was usually contracted, so I could set my own hours, or I literally was the boss, or whatever. So I haven't worked for a company in a very long time. So that being said, I have worked really late nights and weekends and holidays. I've worked literally Christmas Eve, crisis work. I've done kind of whatever we've chosen, worked for our family or whatever. But anyway, being on this school schedule and having this winter break off was so nice. And yeah, so going back the next day, I was like, oh my gosh, so hard. Let's see, what was the 5th? Did we do that one? Depth. Oh yeah, right here. Okay. The 6th for Junk Journal January is embossed. This is an envelope that I embossed, which is left over from my item of the month, which was embossing 2 months or 3 months prior. And so I really love this envelope. It was actually, I think, from one of you. And I sent the whole thing through an embossing folder, and I really, really like it. So today was back to school. I just put, what a fun day. I love seeing the kids, and it went way smoother than any of us thought. I really enjoyed helping the children transition back. It's a big deal for them. Yeah. So, holidays are not always wonderful for people. They're just not, especially if your parents are deployed, especially if, whatever. So it was great to see the kids. So there's a picture of my boy racing in China. And I made a little tag here, focusing on healthier food, less wheat, less sugar, and no soda. Would like to go back to the gym. Oh, because this right here is the prompt from Sweet Lydia at February and June. So let's do the thing. Oops, let's do the list already, right? We did Brooke and we did Junk Journal January from Meg Journals. And who did we just mention? Lydia. So she does do her weekly prompts every month at the beginning of the month, and I rarely get them done. I have a few reasons why, but that's my just excuses or whatever. But what I have really enjoyed doing is printing them up and then using them when I want, like throughout the month. So they may not all be in one week, but like if this is Monday's prompt, I'll find a Monday that works and I use it that day. So it says, what is one way you can practice self-care this week? And so that's why I wrote focusing on healthier food is a type of self-care, obviously. All right. The 7th is Tuck Spot. So I came in here. Let's go back really quick. This is from a magazine up here. That's my item of the month. All right. The 7th is Tuck Spot. So right here is this envelope that we made into a tuck spot here. There's my boy racing in China again. And let's see. This is my Rue. The girl left today. My husband took her early in the morning, and she flew back to Atlanta. And then she had to take a tram to my cousin's house, who picked her up. And then she drove to Chattanooga, Tennessee to pick up the dog, and then back to Knoxville. What a long day. I'm so proud of her, and I miss her already. And here is notes on the boys racing, which didn't get done. So we'll have to do that there. Sometimes we don't know, not that I journal on time. I was going to just be like, sometimes we don't know the results. It's true though. Sometimes we don't know the results. Well, we often don't know the results like that night or whatever. And so my pages often, I need to come back and kind of document actually how today ended. I obviously took a big bath this day and reading, and I just put love my bath time. This is a magazine picture. Here is Lydia's prompt. What felt like a win today? And I put great day at work, good work and kids, and feeling appreciated. Oh, and I did art with the kids out of it, like a doodle art book. They were doing that's one of the kids' drawings. So that was fun. All right, let's see here. The 8th is Wednesday. The prompt is antique. So I just printed, I just had this printout, which I felt like had some antique things in it. So I included that and made a tag that slides in this envelope. Okay, so here is pretty cool watching your kid live on TV. They aren't sailing as well as expected to, but amazing experience. They lost 2 races today due to penalties. Yeah, it was pretty, this is the first time he's sailed on this level, and it was pretty amazing to get to watch him live. It was pretty cool. How many pieces, this is Lydia's prompt. How many pieces of fruit did you eat today? And I put 1 and then I crossed it off and I actually put 2. So, and then here is a little globe. I tend to use that on the days I run a certain group. I run a deployment group every week for the kids that have their parents obviously deployed. Jeez Louise, Allison, just throwing stuff. And this sticker's not sticking, so we'll help it. There was obviously a staff meeting. And there is no journaling on the back of this page. So that's interesting, and I don't think it's meant for this page. So, but it's kind of not happy in here. Let me see what's going on. Okay, so that was the 8th. Here is the 9th, and the prompt is hidden. And so This is not sticking either, and it came untied. That's a bummer. This was the little thing off of a burger. I might have to work on that and put that in there. Let's see. So so I didn't finish the journaling on here. So that's a good thing to note. Good thing to note. So here's my hidden piece here. So I slit the magazine. This whole thing is a magazine picture, and I just kind of razor cut it like that to put it to do this. And I feel like that's kind of hidden in there. So what does that mean? That means this tag right here is meant as the journaling for this page. So I do need to come back and journal it. I wasn't sure if it was for the other page, but it's not. It goes, this is what goes in here. So I have not done this. This was Remembrance Day for Jimmy Carter. And so I would like to document that. And apparently I have another racing pic. So I will flag myself here. I took our gym coach out for a burger and a cake. You guys see that? Look at the cake. Holy cow. It's like a, mud pie? Holy cow. Because she got a new job, and so I wanted to take her out to celebrate, and then we're like, we'll split a piece of that mud pie. It was like, I'm not joking. It was amazing. So pretty cool. All right. The 10th is trim. Let's see. I'm going to tuck this back in here because, like I said, that was the burger. It's those little bamboo things, and when they dry out, obviously I don't know what I want to do with that, but I thought it'd be kind of fun. So we'll tuck it in there for now. Okay, the 10th is trim. And so I added some lace trim here. I did this page with you. I think we added some lace trim here. Here's our boy here. And I made a little tag here. I said, how amazing is this? I'm so proud of the boys sailing in China. I hope he continues to say yes to opportunities like this. Being number 3rd in the world is pretty amazing. So they did well. They finished very well. And then this morning, I watched a video by Mel Robbins. I always enjoy a little morning motivation and my morning routine, listening to my podcasts and whatnot, and love looking forward to light in the morning again. Oh my gosh, the darkness in the morning, you guys. So her podcast was like basically about setting yourself up for success. So this is out of a magazine. This is out of a magazine. This girl is out of a magazine. I put her in here because that's not what I wear to work, but we did wear red to work today because we had our monthly big meeting, and we all wore red because we had like contract negotiations coming up and stuff like that. So, and my sweet godson sent me this picture of the Eiffel Tower. I mean, holy cow. I love him so much, and that is such an amazing picture. I just love it. And then the girl posted her grades today. She made the dean's list. So proud of her. I put these meetings are always so boring, and we headed back to work afterwards. All right. Saturday is overlap. So, I mean, yeah, I just overlapped stuff. I just overlapped stuff. Okay. So here's pictures of them on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And so they ended up getting 3rd, which is so cool. And it was so neat. I put some baseball tape here, and we have a picture, but I didn't print it out. His friend from middle school and high school, my son's like one of his best friends who plays professional baseball, was home, and he came over and watched it live with us and watched him race. It was just so cool. It's so cool that your friends have cool people around them, and it's just neat. So there's my drink things from the day. Here's my pop thing. And was going to try this new soda today, maybe tomorrow. Oh, I guess I didn't drink it. I guess I was going to. All right, finally, oh my gosh, finally got Christmas down. My husband took down the outside today. Yeah, we got the outdoor down, and we got it downstairs. And now we just need to put it in the garage. It's forever. I hate it, you guys. Yeah. What is from a magazine here? Maybe nothing. Maybe just the background here. Yeah. All right. This one, and what was layered. Okay. The next day is the 12th. The prompt Oh no, the 12th is overlap. Oh my gosh, the irony, you guys. The prompt for the 11th is magazine. Oh, but I did do it. I did do it. I did do it because right here is a picture of my boy. But this is the cover of the Chicago Yacht Club magazine. That is right. I did it. So that's a picture of the cover of a magazine. But yeah, other than that, there's no other magazine. There's a little piece back here. That's why I put that in there. So funny. It came out at the beginning of the month, I think, or something. I don't know. Yeah. All right. Okay, so the 12th is overlap. We spent the day journaling. I do have some like vellum lace stuff here, which I really like. I punched it out of that plastic. I think it looks really fun. Spent the day journaling. My husband watched football. The boy traveled from China to San Francisco and back to Charleston. What a long travel day. 2 days, really. But anyway, got new I got out my new candles and wax. I transition all the winter smells, the Christmas smells. They're gone. They're out. I'm done with Christmas. It's got to go. So why is this sticker in here? I'm not too sure. I don't know. Here is what I did for overlap. This is a clear like thing on this tag on this paper. Like super simple. It's not anything. And I put these stickers on it. That's what I did for overlap. I had a phone call today, probably with Rue. I should have marked it, maybe with Mom. I'm trying to get better about marking those, but I mean, sometimes it's every day. I don't know. Let's see. 13 is opaque. I put here praying for California and the fires. This is so scary, and the fires are in places that aren't normally impacted. So this is just a picture like from online that I really liked. I thought it was pretty cool. This is opaque. I don't know. This was an envelope, I believe, from Janet a while ago. This is a big envelope here. And then because opaque is like you can't see through it, like, right? I don't know. I don't really know. So I covered up the actual window that you could see through. And then on the inside, I made this tag. And this tag, is probably glued in at this point in my life. There it goes. Good day at work must be, oh, no, it's not. Good day at work, good day. Good group for deployment. Had a good walk group afterwards. I wish more teachers would participate. I don't know why I had deployment on Monday, but I did. So normally it's on Wednesday. This is from a magazine here. There's this is magazine here. Okay. Tuesday, let's see, the next day is Tuesday, the 14th, balance. I don't really know. I didn't cross this off that I did this prompt. So there is nothing on this page. There is like a piece of magazine here that I used as a journal spot. I did try to use my rub-ons. This was, I also challenged myself this month. It was too much, but I challenged myself also with a capsule. So I had the junk journal prompt, I had my magazine prompt, and I had a capsule item like every day because my capsule had like 63 items or something. So I can tell you these rub-ons are on these pages because they were in my capsule and I was trying desperately to use them. We've seen them a few other places and they're old and they're not sticking. If you remember me poking at them. Now, of course, I can't find them, but that's what, like right here, those are those rub-ons. So a lot of this stuff was in my capsule, and I'm trying to use that up as well. Here is this beautiful bunny printout, finding a fresh start, trying to eat better, and just stapled on some fun material here. I mean, really, literally not a lot going on, which is interesting because I was just doing some journaling. I think even from just last week on Tuesday, I got nothing. I think Tuesdays is my day of like, just hang on. I don't even know. I'll try and take better notes starting now on Tuesdays. How about that? All right. Wednesday's prompt, the 15th, is neutral. So I made this tag that was like neutral colors. This is my magazine picture here. I put busy day, felt good, getting things done, wrote thank yous for Christmas, and delivered them at work. And then over here, I put, was on my way home. Oh, yeah, that's crazy. I was on my way home. I was not sure I'd make the gym, so I did not want to like RSVP to the class because I didn't know if I was going to make it. But there were 6 spots left or available when I left my work. And then by the time I got to the gym, I was number 2 in overage, right? Like waitlisted. So I went home and I took a bath and I read my book. And I probably could have made it is the issue. But yeah. So my husband filled all the bird feeders. They're so fun to watch. I know. And we just sound so old when I say it, but my kids just tease us. And I'm like, I don't care. Like, I love them. We have like really fun bird feeders outside of on our deck. And we have amazing birds that come, including Rico and including, it's just really fun. All sorts of really pretty little colorful birds. I really like it. So, I must have had, group again today. So I'm not too sure. I may have had to cover a group. I'm not too sure why I had it, but twice. But anyway. All right. This day is Thursday the 16th. And unfold is the prompt. Here is my magazine picture here. So I just made this like funny tag that like unfolds this way. I obviously had some beef jerky. And then I put this like dorky picture of me in this sweater. And this sweater is like almost this color green. It's not quite. I mean, it's like this color. I don't even know. It's so dang cute. It's got these big geese on it. I found it at the thrift store. It's so dang cute. And I wore my new goose sweater today and I love it. So many compliments. I hope they're genuine. Because at some point, I mean, don't get me wrong. The sweater's hideous. Okay. It's green with a lot of geese on it, but, yeah, I was just cracking up. So, it was freezing. It was cold today. So here's a little tag. It says I honor my body. And then this also folds. I kind of made her into a fold. I should maybe glue her. She could do some more glue. She doesn't have to fold all the way down. I was going to make her more of a folding thing and we don't need that. So we will glue her there. Yeah. She only needs a little bit of a fold behind this card. Okay. So I did work and gym and bills and reviewed my new union contract. So put that on there. But again, not a lot of journaling, you guys. I journaled that I wore a sweater and a checklist. Not a lot of journaling happening. All right. The 17th is Friday. And I'm laughing because I know why this page is purple. And it is because of this prompt from Lydia. So this is what I'm talking about. The prompts are for the first week of the month, but we're now on the 17th. So that's what I'm talking about. I spread them out and use them throughout the month whenever I want. However, I designed this page around this prompt because I don't have anything purple in my life. It says document something purple from today. I don't have anything purple in my day. And so I made some purple stuff in here. So purple's not my color. I found my own purple. I wrote over here, this is my magazine picture. I put over here, I've been fixated on getting or making a fairy for my room, and I'm looking online at dolls and patterns. I stopped at the Tacoma Goodwill. I'm wondering what this drive is, but I don't know. When you have different interests that kind of ebb and flow and like whatever, and it's kind of past at this point, but I did reach out to the person that makes some, and like, I feel like if the time is right, I don't know. Anyway, that's kind of what was on my mind. So she kind of fit that. We had the MLK assembly today. We had a great assembly at school today with the Army Brass Jazz Band. It was so cool. And I cried when they played Amazing Grace. And it was so beautiful. And I miss my dad so much. And things like that just knock me over. But it was beautiful. It was really, really cool. It was really neat. So I'm excited. They're coming back next month, and I'm excited for it. All right, the 18th, the prompt. Oh, so this day, the prompt is fragile, and I'm not too sure I did. Oh, right there, I just wrote life is fragile. There you go. There's the prompt. The 18th is bright. Now, this page, I know for sure I made this day. and I made it while I was on the phone with Sweet Melissa. And it's like, I don't know, horrifically bright, but whatever. Um, we were, I don't even want to show you that. We were on the phone for 6 hours. 6 hours. I don't even know. I stayed in my craft room all day long and I worked on this page. Um, my husband worked and then he watched football. Oh my God. I started watching Code Black. I really liked that show. Ooh, excuse me. It says it's like the old show ER. Oh my gosh. It says we can binge things so easily. I got sucked in. Got my new planner, 6 rings, and lipstick. Love Amazon. Okay. So it's January, whatever. I'm still at this point working, trying to figure out the planner situation. So ordering from Amazon, trying to figure out the sheets, all that kind of stuff. Here is my new lipstick I got. Yeah, and again, the prompt is bright, so I think I covered that. This is not from a magazine. I don't think I have a magazine picture. Oh, right there. I do. That little thing is from That's embarrassing. I don't know. All right, the 19th is the prompt was bubbles. So I found this little guy and I just kind of made it like that theme, right? I just included these little pictures on here. It doesn't really have anything to do with it. Sunday, it says I ran errands today and I went to Goodwill and food and returned to Kohl's. I returned a journal I bought and then home for some journaling and football and watched football with my husband. Had union meeting on the line to review the contract. Interesting conversations. Signed the new contract. Let's see. That's Bubbles and magazine, right? So that's those 2 prompts. So that takes care of that. All right. This is the day our new president was elected. Trump won. I'm trying to see what the prompt was. Tissue. Oh, okay. So this is tissue right here, behind here. I feel like I have other tissue. I'm not too sure. I don't know. So it was also Martin Luther King Day, which I really felt like was interesting that, I don't know. Like we had the day off from work, celebrated all that kind of stuff. Okay. The next day is map. The 21st is map. Oh, and so I put a map down here as the background, but it of course gets covered up. And this was a crazy day because it snowed in Tennessee and in South Carolina. Yeah. My daughter started her spring semester today and I used my snail mask, my snail facial mask from my niece from Christmas. Yeah, here's the quote of the day or month or now months, right? The hard part isn't getting your body in shape. The hard part is getting your mind in shape. No joke. And if you want to cure the world, don't emanate fear, emanate love. I love that so much. And then I got these pictures from my kids. So 29 degrees in Charleston. There's some snow in Tennessee. Yeah, so today was her first day in class and there's a little note on here I was just reading. She couldn't find where her class was and she was panicked and found out, but it was canceled. So like crazy, 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 crazy. So beautiful. Look at the snow with the church, with the streets in Charleston. Oh my gosh, with the blue skies. Here's more of those rub-ons. This is Wednesday, the 22nd. The prompt is repeat. So I put some of these up there to kind of repeat. I really like those. Again, you can see they're rubbing off though. They're not. I think this, I did buy this at the Dollar Tree. Did I buy it this day? Oh, yes, I did. It does not work. It's like meant for a child's head. Honestly, it doesn't say that, but it was super tiny. I don't have a big head. So like when I say it doesn't fit me, there's like, it would not fit most adults, I don't think. So, but it made a cool pocket, and I just glued this on here. I felt like it worked pattern wise. It has nothing to do with my cold winter day in the Pacific Northwest, nor does this card, except I like it in here. And it goes like that. And I just went to Dollar Tree after work for Valentine's stuff. And I'm so excited to start Valentine's at work. So it kind of sits like that. And that's the only reason. Here is my magazine picture for the day. This is kind of wasted, and I could definitely like take it out and use it a different day. But then it's just this. So I don't know, like I'd rather almost save this. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll take it out for now. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, the next day is the 23rd. The prompt was newspaper. So in this pocket here, I put a piece of newspaper. It's like, I think, I don't know where it's from. It's not a language I speak. I think it's a Japanese paper. I could be wrong. Japanese newspaper. But anyway, I just glued it in behind as background for the background here. Here is the prompt. Here's the Thursday prompt. If you could learn any skill in an instant, what would it be? And I put in life, guitar and drums and dancing. And I put right now, better social media skills. Over here, I put fun day at work. I started Valentine's for vets. The kids did great. After work, I went to Bunko with the staff. Fun way to interact. I enjoyed playing and not sure about the intensity. Great group with my parents today, learning about patterns and skills to break negative history. This is a picture from a magazine. It's actually a picture of a door that I cut up to kind of make these journaling spots right here. And then this is just a quote I love. It says, it takes years as women to unlearn what you have been taught to be sorry for. So true. And my daughter went to a soccer club meeting today, which is just, yeah, so interesting on so many levels. And this is actually from a magazine as well, but I've had it forever. It's actually obviously stitching that someone did, but I love it. It just reminds me of the kids at work, and they were making Valentine's, so I put little hearts in their hands there. All right, the next day is the 24th, and the prompt is line. So there's some lines here, there's some lines here. I don't really know. I also feel like, not too sure what I did. Did I glue all this in here? I may have. I may have just glued that guy in there. Here is a bookmark. Isn't that fun? And I put, I put lines from a song I was listening to. Burning Love by Elvis. I love it. It says, you gonna set me on fire. My brain is flaming. I don't know which way to go. I feel my temperature rising. Help me, I'm flaming. I must be 109. I just might turn into smoke, but I feel fine. Lord have mercy, I'm burning a hole where I lay. You light my morning sky with burning love. Can you imagine if someone wrote that to you, like in a card, or like, I just think it's so interesting to actually look at lyrics sometimes and look, I don't know, I just think it's so cool. So a little Elvis jamming out in the morning. I always, I think I've shared this. I genuinely listen to a podcast or something, sometimes some of you, for about half my drive, more than half my drive. And then there's like a specific place that I turn onto a different freeway. And from that place until I get to my work, I turn on like music. And I generally listen to like Spotify DJ. And so he picks music for you or whatever. And so like it's a whole gamut of stuff. I just think it's a hoot and I absolutely love it. And so Elvis was on the playlist. I'm here for it. All right, here is a little Care Bear note. And I had a good day at work. 6 classes for Valentine's. So dang cute. After work, I stopped at Goodwill very quickly. We decided that we weren't going to the gym. We went to Burgers and visited with people there. And my husband worked a long ship and then home to, oh my gosh, he came home and walked on the treadmill because he needed steps. So he's amazing. He just got off right now. I just hear the treadmill stopping. There is a bus here that says field trip. I did not write where they went that day. I'm trying to remember. Oh, they went to Olympia that day. Um, that's right. All right, there we go. So that's exciting. This is all magazine here. Like I said, here's lines. Here's lines. I got this new lunch bag. It's a Hang 10 lunch bag, you guys. It's so 70s cool. I love it. Okay, anyway. So I used these lines and then I wrote lines from a song for the prompt and the magazine picture. Okay, 25th, we are almost done, is modern. I didn't really do this one. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what modern is. I don't even know. So, went to a new thrift store to support this Oh yeah, this is the weekend, Saturday. Yep. I went to a new thrift store to support a family. Never knew it was there. I will try to support them. I got a new shelf and drawers and a tree. And then I came back and journaled and tried to organize my room a bit. My husband came home and watched TV for a little bit. I'm watching Code Black. I really like it. Went to bed late. Great talk with Rue today. Oh, nope. Great talk with Zoo today. Love in Paris. Oh my gosh. That's my godson. Here is a picture of me. I don't know why I put that on there. Fun day, thrift shops. I got a new tree. Oh, that's why, because there's a picture of me with a tree. I got a new tree and drawers. I sent this to my daughter. I told you the story when I made this page if you weren't there for that video, but whatever. We have fake trees on our balcony because real trees and pots are too heavy. And so when I find one on a smoking good deal, I buy one. And my daughter and I have a very funny story because the balcony is out and it faces this one way. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So we have this story of when we found like three of them and I had them in my car and we had to take the car in. It was just this, yeah, you had to be there. It was really funny. But I took this picture of me with the tree in my car again and sent it to my daughter. And then on the way home, I obviously got Panda Express and it says, a bold and daring adventure is waiting in your future. And I was like, I'm here for it. So we did have a little bit of sunshine today. So that's nice. You can see it on my face. And then I cleaned out my room or something today because this, I remember making, these are old. I had all the pieces and I made this one today, I think. So, all right, the 26th, the prompt is movement. Oh yeah, I did this one with you guys too. Very quickly, I just found this plastic thing on my desk, literally, and put some stars in it. And it's kind of like a little shaker movement. That's it, folks. And here's me not with movement. This is me because it's Sunday and I do nothing on Sunday. I put a slow day journaling. My husband worked. He came home by 4. I'm still watching Code Black. Gigi called booking celebration tickets for graduation, and Rue celebrated Whiskey's second birthday. Oh, I think we're missing a picture here. Unless I put it on the wrong page. I may have put it on a different page when she actually sent it, I think is what I did. So, and then I just loved this quote from, I was actually watching, Code Black Season 2, Episode 9, Proof is Easy, Faith is Hard. I really liked that. And then we watched some football tonight when my husband got home, Buffalo versus Kansas City and Washington versus Philadelphia because we're down to the finals. So pretty fun. The next day is the 27th. The prompt is crumpled. This little bag here, I obviously crumpled. It's honestly losing its crumple the more it sits in this flat journal. This ribbon right here was satin crumpled ribbon and I glued it in and now it's not crumpled. So I guess if you ever want to uncrumple something, put it in your journal. I don't know. Let's see. Little note here. Went to bank and returned things at Kohl's. Day off today for school, so enjoying it. Stopped and got some food and eggs. And then this is my magazine picture. Oh yeah, I met my husband's co-worker's wife. Yeah, that took a moment. who sells a lot of things on Poshmark. And so I was asking her questions on like how to do it and like how to get started on it because I obviously have things I need to sell. And so we had coffee and I enjoyed hanging out with her for a little bit and getting to know her. I don't really know her, but she was trying to help me like give me advice on how she does it or whatever. But she's like a major seller. She has like thousands of items for sale. So here is a little tag. I think this is just about me having ideas today. What's the prompt? Oh, wrinkled over here. I don't know why. I mean, we obviously went for coffee and I got ideas at coffee. So I think that is just denoting that. But that's really it. Like there's no other notes on here. All right, the 28th, this is in here because it's my girlfriend's birthday and my dear friend. So this is the front of a card. I've shown you this, many times in the past. I often rip those cards apart, take the cover off if I can reuse it for anything, and, save the insides of the cards either in books or whatnot. And then just wrote on there. The prompt today is sealed. Yeah. So here is a wax seal that I got in Happy Meal a long time ago. This page right here is from a book, this journal book that Sweet Christy made me. So this pocket was already on here. And so I added some color to it and I added a little note. Yep, this is a day I have nothing to document. Either nothing happened or I just can't remember. This day was a normal day and we are so blessed. I mean, oh my gosh, you guys, it's a Tuesday. I'm telling you, Tuesdays are just a wash. I gotta take notes on Tuesday. I'm gonna document everything on Tuesday this week. I'm gonna make a note right now. I'm gonna remember. All right, the 29th, reveal. This one I did with you too. All right, in this pocket, we made a little note here, and it says, "Oh, I met my sweet friend at Liz this morning. She made me I grabbed a Starbucks breakfast and a coffee, but she made me a new sweatshirt to wear to work." Yeah, so sweet. Because it's Spirit Day on Wednesdays, and so she made me like a custom, kind of like Etsy-like sweatshirt, if you will, like with our school and everything on it. And I choose to be confident, a little card I really like. And then, yeah, long day at work here. And there's a little note in here, but there's nothing on here. I don't know. So I might come back. I might not. I probably won't. We're going to leave it. This was on here, I think, with something else. I think I moved it and it might have disrupted the paper behind it. And so I put this envelope there instead, I'm pretty sure. But this over here we did to reveal because I put this not clear vellum on top to reveal the bridge underneath. This is my normal drive in the morning. This is what it was like today. I'm not even joking. It was so foggy today. You could barely see in front of your car. Yep. And our beautiful bridge was almost invisible. I mean, you couldn't see. I mean, it was crazy how foggy it was today. So this bag warms my heart. This bag was my father's. It was in his dresser. And I know, yeah. So these are that rub-on that I keep telling you. So when you see these, that's because it was in my capsule for the month. And yeah, so this bag is like so old and, oh, I just love it. All right, the next day is the 30th, and the prompt is fabric. So this is fabric, and this whole thing right here is fabric. Now, this is a piece of fabric paper, fabric adhesive paper. Like, I bought it in a pad. I'd never used it before. I don't know what you'd use it for. And so I just colored it with watercolors, dropped paint onto it, and it went like that. Here is a horrible picture of me. We finished the Valentine's for Vets program today. I had to count them and pack them all up. There was like way over 400 of them. It was super fun. And then I just took a picture of me in front of them. And then I put a busy day at work. I put lots of prep to be gone. I'm so excited about my trip, but nervous about leaving the kids and work. Because I was going to be gone for a week and it was kind of a big deal. So this is fabric here. Okay, so this is Thursday. This I added as a like flip in, tip in, whatever. This is an extra page. Okay. So that night I left at midnight. The, what do they call it? Red light, blue light, red eye. Whoo, words right now. Yeah. I stayed way too late at work. So I rushed home and I packed because that's how I roll, folks. That's how I roll. And I actually packed a big suitcase, which I have not done in years. And I thought I was bringing more stuff for my son. So I like registered ahead of time. I was packing a bag, checking a bag. Anyway, I didn't actually need it, but it was so nice. It was so nice to pack like this big suitcase. Anyway, oh, I was going to say there's more. Okay, so yeah, he took me to the airport. My husband dropped me off. I found out my second flight was canceled because I had a layover and a second flight. When I got there to check in my bag, they told me we already have canceled your first flight as well. And I just like tears started falling from my eye. And I was like, no, no, you can't cancel my first flight. Like I have to go. Like I have to get to the first flight. And they're like, oh, normally, ma'am, we just, courtesy, when your second flight's canceled, we normally assume, I said, please, like you have to get me. Cause I was like, when's the next flight? When's the next thing? And she's like, oh, we would put you on this and do that and do this and do that. And you'd get there the next day at like 6 p.m. And I was like, I'm going to miss my son's event. Like you have to get me on this plane. I was like, Allison, please remain calm, like this poor person's doing the best they can on their end. I was so flustered and I was trying not to be like that emotional lunatic woman, but also not angry and yet assertive. And like all these things are going through so I just was like using all of my skills and just like, this is what I need. How can we make this happen? Like, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to get back there. How can you make this work? Right? Like get me on an airplane. So she ended up getting me back on the airplane, the first flight, back to North Carolina. Cause I figure worst case scenario, I'll drive to see my boy. Like if they can't get me on that second flight, I will drive. So that all happened. I got on the flight I was originally on and I flew red eye and we landed in North Carolina. So the next morning I didn't miss my flight was canceled. And so I had like a 2-hour wait until the next one. And they're like, well, you're just going to be on standby for every single flight until you get one. So it was like 2 hours. And I was like, I'm going to wait for one flight. Like I'm going to wait for the first flight. And if I don't catch the standby, I'm going to rent a car and I'm going to drive. Like I'm not going to miss my son's events. Right. So, I got on the flight. So he picked me up. It was super fun. We had lunch. I made it to Charleston and, we had whatever, late brunch, whatever. We got food. How about that? We got food. And then, I had some time together, which was really fun. And then so the problem is I got a ride on the airplane, but my bags did not. Of course, right? And so, yeah. So we had like things to do and to get ready for that night and everything and for his, you know, team dinner night, whatever. And so his girlfriend had to drive me back to the airport while he was doing his stuff to get my bags and then back to their place, all the stuff. But it all worked out. Of course, right? It always does. That's the way life is. So, here is a magazine page of the map of Charleston for my prompt. The prompt today is letter. I don't have a letter today. I don't have a letter unless I write a letter to myself. Fabric was the day before we did that one. So, yeah, that was it. And this was the first day of, let's see, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 9.5 days back east. And so I knew when I left this night that there would be when I left this night, right, that I left my journal and I knew there'd be no journaling of February to start off for 9 days. And so that's where we left it. So this was the end of January and it was so much fun. This sweet girl was in my capsule and had to be used, and I did not use her, so I glued her to the back of the journal, and I really like her there. We will tuck these prompts in. They were fun. I crossed off and then I went back and I know I did more. We could cross off more there, but that's January. Now I'm always in the predicament. I mean, I love it so much. I'm always in the quandary of, do I add some sort of something around here? But I genuinely don't think I need to. I mean, they either go onto my shelf like this and they kind of get like ooched together. There's the back of it if you want to see that. That's the magazines I chose for the cover. They either, go in this way and kind of get smushed, or they get folded flat and stacked. So I don't really need a tie on it necessarily, but I could definitely go back. If I wanted to, we could add a tie, or we could just add a whole wrap tie. The wrap ties are not usually my jam, but we could certainly do it. The issue is, as you can see, a lot of these pages come out past my cover, which I knew, but I was hesitant to cut because like this one was already intact and it's a pocket. So I was hesitant to cut this. Now I don't know. I just love it. It's fat and yummy and beautiful. It was a beautiful start to the year. So thank you, thank you, thank you for hanging out with me. How is your journaling going? Let me know. I was off to kind of a good start. I'm not going to lie. This month, I love Junk Journal January. I love a big junky journal and just put everything in it. And I love not having like a theme, if you will. I think we come out of months of themes and January is a fresh start to that. So I love just tossing everything in there, all the colors, all the stuff. So this went really well. And I knew catching up in February would be hard. And it's way past the middle of March and I am still behind. So, February's done. I'm current in March, but it's not flowing well, if you know what I mean. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're journaling however it works for you. Okay. And I hope you find something today that inspires you. Take care.